How's it going, guys? My name is Nick and I'm going to do another video on Endless Frontier. Today I'm going to talk about more in depth on what units are good for trials. Mainly, well, this is nice because this trial you can see them all, but anyways, what ones I used. In the last video I did a while ago, I only told or mentioned like two or three units, but I'm going kind of a lot more in depth on what ones you should get once you get a nice little following of units, so you don't need to waste your gems or whatnot. Currently, I'm trying to get another alchemist. I'm almost there. I need to get another one seniored because it'll help, and then I need to get my forest guardians up because I need them to be T3 in order to get their buff. But anyways, back on topic. What units are necessary and I would get as soon as I can? A couple of these guys, at least senior, a few of them. There have been more than one floor that I've had to use them because it was actually it's a senior golem and a senior fire mage. You need them in order to kill this combo, and if you have them seniored, it helps. If you have them transed, it helps even more. It reduces the amount of time you need to random number generator and all that good crap. But anyways, definitely get these guys, at least two or three of them. I just had a couple, and it doesn't take much to get them up. It's well worth it. Next, at least get a senior frost mage, or at least a trans 1. I'm going to get him to trans 3 just because he is useful too. There's been probably 6 or 7 floors I've had to beat with because of him. It was a requirement in order to get past it. Then this guy, the Orcs Axe unit, didn't really get him up for the longest time, and I regret not doing it because he is really good. As well as your main duo right here. These two definitely, at least Skeleton Warrior. He is the #1 honcho for this stuff. I've never really had to get a senior int. I mean, there have been most of the ones that I have already, like the Golem, the Bigfoot. Those two serve the purpose for a tank on most of them. The only other ones I've really had troubles on, there's one of the waves where I had to use 2 ints instead of a senior one and something else, but still, I didn't have to senior one. Other really good units, Ninja Darkness, at least get one to T1. A lot of people say get him to T2, but it's kind of expensive. And I don't use undead too much, but if you can double over, if you're starting to do an undead meta, which I kind of regret getting the Lich and upgrading him, I don't have enough resources to make an undead team like most of the top few of the top players. But not only does the ninja double over as a really good unit for trials, there have been numerous floors because he snakes one of the ranged units over to him, and he does massive AoE damage, and he does massive shields to, well, I shouldn't say does, he gets a massive shield to reduce most damage. He's won a bunch of floors for me. But also Guild Wars, he is one of the best units for Guild Wars, especially if you run a good undead setup. He does a massive amount of damage really fast and just shreds through people. But a few of the other floors, Dark Archers, you need them for not only reviving, but they are good for some trial levels. And then the ones where they choose your best team, you don't really need to worry about it. Anything you got should do if you're up to that level. But a few more units. Nothing really the lower guys unless you absolutely need to. I think this guy was required on one of them probably 5 trials ago. I don't remember. I just have them. If I need a senior or if I need to trans something, they're there. I will use them again probably. It's no harm done. They're cheap too. Then I just seniored these 4 because I know I'm going to need them to trans something. I'm pretty sure I will. If not, oh well, I got 4 of these guys and it just helps out. But getting just a couple units upgraded and seniored does help out tremendous. Getting another unit, a great hammer unit, I need to get him up too. One of the floors I'm stuck on, he is a requirement, but I'm going to try to find a way around it just because I can't get him to T3 yet. But you won't use him often because with the other resources you have, but it would probably be worth getting one up if you have the time, or if you in year 1, or if you need a new unit to get up, that would be one as well. He is useful. Well, I don't really use any of those guys in my current setup right now. It's primarily, actually, let's go right here. It's primarily an elf build. Oh, that's right. I was transing somebody again. Sorry. But in my next video, I'll cover the new cores, really the new team setups. I still use well, I don't really use the Griffin Rider anymore just because I get more synergy out of all the elf units. I'm getting rid of the Drummer to get another Alchemist because Alchemist gives bigger buffs to elf than Drummer does. Drummer's not bad still. He's still a good unit. If you got him, don't worry about replacing him. He's universal. Only problem with the Alchemist is it's solely elf. So if the new meta is Orc next round, I can't use the Alchemist. It's wasted materials. I'm stuck on this same old meta. So it's the same thing as with the old meta or with the Undead. The Undead's really good, but if you don't have the necessary materials to get them, it's not needed. But I think that was actually it. All I had to cover on the trials and what units are good. I think that was it, really. Kind of got off topic, but yeah. Any of the units you get up will really help. If you can't get a unit trans 3, or if you can, but you don't have the gold income, you can't unlock the last quest, don't worry about transing them, really. If you're trying to get, a little bit further, it would help. But getting the senior units to get them to trans 3 might help you out more than actually getting them to trans 3. Because, like, if I had all those guys, you know, senior Death Knight, senior Ice Wizard, senior Wolf Warrior, senior Orc Axe unit, right there, Frost Mage. Even if you don't have them trans, you'll still use them. And they will help out against other trials, because you can't really get your guys to 1500 unless you've gotten the last quest unlocked. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's what you have to do. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Top priority units to get up, those ones, and then the ones that follow soon after, probably those two. Just for not to, you don't really need to trans him at all, but for Guild Wars, get to Golem up, he's good. But otherwise, just, those are just some good units there. I use them every trials, and I use them a lot. It's not like, oh, I use Skeleton Warrior once every couple of trials, or the Hammer Knight. No, I use them on almost every wave I can, because they hit like trucks. Lots of HP, lots of defense. They are just what I would say would be a cure-all. Instead of having unique units for certain levels, you have, I can use him, him, and him. I can clear almost any one. Getting a couple of these guys up because they're purple as well, which is I can use them with them. If there's an air unit, put them on there instead of having to worry about something else. He's also a good tank. It's just situational, but the situation comes up a lot to have him. I guess that's really about it on what units to get for the trials. A bit more in depth in my last video. Maybe senior and a couple poison archers is a good idea, because you do use them a lot, but some of the levels you use them on, you can use just about anything else as well, so it's, give or take. But anyways, thanks for watching.